Today, I'm gonna change my Alfa Romeo 159 headlights from those to these. If you didn't already know, I bought this Alfa Romeo as part of a new series on my channel with the intent to show people that you can customize and put modern touches on an older car without it looking too crappy and keeping it tasteful. And today we're carrying on the theme because it was time to upgrade the headlights on my car. I realized headlights actually play a huge role in how your car looks, so I thought why not give these ones a modern twist. And I also kind of just got bored of looking at them and comparing them to an old soon-to-go blind cat in my head. So I bought these 6 halo lights for £26. AliExpress things, come on.
Oh, right. You know, I'm blinded, cuz.
I've never done anything to car headlights before other than changing bulbs, so this was going to be interesting as we were going to have to open the whole headlight unit. First, we had to take off the front bumper to access some of the screws holding in the headlights. So I propped the car up. Oh my God. Almost died and began undoing screws.
It's got a bolt underneath there. Okay, these are all coming out pretty easy.
But we ran into a problem straight away.
We hit our first screw and it's already
Well, that didn't work.
nah.
The screw was seized and the head was stripped, and I tried a bunch of different ways of getting it off. But I eventually resorted to snapping the screw off as they weren't gonna budge. Okay, so now that we got that off, it's time for headlights, bro. I'm tired. Half of those screws are seized to rust. Like, I'm assuming they've never really been undone before because it feels like 100,000 miles of seizage. There's lots of dirt, so I'm gonna clean up, but it's time to take out the headlights. So the idea is I'm gonna take these out, unplug them, and then start heating them up, take them all apart, and just try to rip off the lens. Yeah, I think it's explained. You'll see. I hope I get this done relatively quick. I'm trying to get this done within 2 hours. That might be very unrealistic, but let's give it a shot.
Disconnected all these plugs. Now this should slide out like so. Nice. Oh, shit. Same for this one. Got little chrome bits here. These are dirty, bro. Disgusting. Now, this is the techie part. All around here, we've got silicone. And we're gonna have to heat it up and kind of pry it off to take the lens off. This is a bit of a long procedure. I'm kind of dreading it. I hope it goes well, fingers crossed, but that's what we're about to do. So, let's get it. It was quite hard getting to the silicone because the black plastic base got in the way. So a trick to get into it was to heat the plastic and bend it out of the way so I could cut underneath and break the seal from the acrylic lens. And it kind of looked like I was damaging the plastic, but with a little bit of heat, we were able to put the plastic back in place later. And so we got it off, and these are the rings that are going on. All of them are different sizes. I think it's 85, 90, 95. We're gonna put them in. We're probably just gonna hot glue them inside at the end to make sure they're nice and secure. And yeah, it should go pretty smooth. These rings were perfectly sized to fit in each headlight space. So I wedged them in and ran the wires down the bottom to keep them relatively hidden. They're gonna be hidden by the little chrome covers, and there's probably a better way of doing this, but I wasn't too fussed. And I stuck them down with 3 little spots of hot glue behind the rings, and they were now solid in place. All right, so we've put them all in. We haven't glued it together, but we've wired it up briefly.
And I just wanna put in the key and show you guys how it's looking. The key goes in, and this is what we're working with. It is mad bright. I can't even describe to you, but
yeah, it looks sick. It looks the shit.
So now we need to just put the silicone back on, wire it up a bit better, and hopefully we can get done with this soon. Very nice. I use Tiger Seal, but there's a lot of other brands you can use to do this. I carefully applied it around and removed any excess with a big plastic piece that I had. It just helped me even out the silicone so it didn't overflow. But I gotta admit, I did make a little bit of a mess of it. And now it was all back together, it was time to put it back and see if it was fully functional. As this time, I'd actually wired it up properly. Second moment of truth. Okay, it's day 2. These were long, I'm not gonna lie, these were very long. The longest part really just prying open a case to get access to the actual headlight. There's just so much silicone in there holding it in. Now that I kind of know what I'm doing, this side should be a bit easier, touch wood somewhere. But it just really goes to show the difference between the two. I've just been driving a couple days of it like this, and so many people have been looking at this side of the car thinking, rah, like I've got a lot of stunned kind of looks, so I can't wait to do it on this side as well. I think it'll really, really freshen up the look of the car. So, enough talking, let's get to it. And as I put my car back together last time, that meant I had to take my car back apart again. So nothing really different here, except it was a hell of a lot easier this time because I knew where all the screws and bits and bobs went. Bumper back off. Very nice. Random thing I learned, never use isopropyl alcohol to clean chrome because it completely removes the chrome. It just takes it off. So don't do that. This is the long part. Voila, that was a lot quicker than the last one, Jesus. I'm gonna put some T-cut on these before I work on them. I'm gonna put them on the inside and the outside, just to make sure it's as clear as possible. So literally, it's just a couple blocks. Each one like that. I haven't got one of those spinny sander things, so I'm just gonna rub it in. It's kind of raggo, but it will make it look better nevertheless. This T-cut stuff is basically a polish that makes the lens clearer and appear newer. Like I said, ideally you'd machine these to properly apply them, but a rag is all I had. Clearer, not perfect, there's still smudges, that's gonna need to be sanded off. But better than before, innit? So I'll take it. I started waffling on a bit on how to install these ring lights again, but it was exactly the same as last time. She's tight. Again, they're just in there themselves. They've just wedged themselves in. So no glue yet, but we are gonna use glue to secure these down because if you put it in like this, one speed bump and those rings are going everywhere. So hot glue time. Bunch of glue in there. And voila, glued in, very nice. And like I said before, I would heat up the plastic base of the headlight to bend back any pieces of the plastic I had bent to get to the silicone. And also don't be like me doing this without a face mask. Go cop one and protect your lungs and that. I also needed to make sure that the halo cables are routed behind correctly so they weren't stuck in an awkward place when the lens was put back on. I got a little bit of Tiger Seal in the lens, but I wipe with a microfiber cloth and it comes straight off. And for wires, I just hooked up the white light to the daytime running lights and the yellow light to the indicator lights. Nice and simple. I feel like that was gonna bring a tear to my eye, fam. That is beautiful, look at that. That's how it should be looking. Mean. Well, with a bumper obviously, but beautiful. I need to get out of it, so I need to put this thing back together, but wow. It's nice. And there it is, what do you think? Have I ruined it? Have I made it better? Personally, I feel like the car needed this. And to be fair, it's inspired me to create custom brake lights now. But do you think that's going too far? Let me know down in the comments below what you think of that idea. And also let me know what other things you think I should do to this car. But other than that, I've been Rayski. Bless up.